Hi there. So I guess I'm assuming that you are at the end of reading of my article and you went and do all the activities that I described with regards of creating the workspaces, granting the automation user account, the necessary permissions over the workspace in the pipelines that you created the pipeline, the fabric deployment pipeline, and you have all your setup up and running as I described in my articles. So what I'm going to show you now is how it works. So I mean how it executes for you to see, right, in a dynamic type of form how the process interacts with the services so you don't know, or it will make a little bit more sense, right, when you see it running. So without further ado, I'm gonna go and open my Power BI report. Again, right, I'm assuming that you already have your Power BI, a deconstructed version of your Power BI in your code repository. So as you can see, I have it right here. This is my report, right? And on this report, I'm going to go with my Power BI desktop application, and I'm just going to introduce a change to this report, right? So as you can see, I have it right here. I'm going to open. I just need to take this one off the way. Probably I just need to provide my password. Give me 1 second. Yeah, for some reason it's asking me to provide or to grab my password. Just give me 1 second. It won't take it. It will just take a second. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, so let's go. So I'm opening my Power BI. Now this is a Power BI project, right? And I'm just going to introduce a change. Let's see. I'm going to change the title of this visual by going here, and this is the title for my final demo, right? So I'm just going to click OK. Yes, I'm going to click OK, and then I'm going to save this one right here. I don't want to upgrade. This is going to be the topic for upcoming videos, so please stay tuned. But for the time being, what I'm just going to do is introducing a change, right, to my Git repository. As you can see, is right here. There's one change, and we are going to commit this change. But before that, and for you to see live what's going to happen, is that in my workspace that I have configured on the branch that I'm using here, as you can see here right now, if we go to source control, we don't have anything. So by doing this, commit my change, and let's go commit and push. So it will do its GitHub commandlets to initiate the push. And when it's done, what I want you to see and draw your attention to this screen, which is my Power BI environment. So let's take this out of the way. And if I refresh here, I mean, to no one's surprise, I will get that from my source code. We have one change coming in the pipe. So here is what we wanted to do. Instead of clicking update all, right, and then going to the deployment pipelines and actually, in this case, this one is sync because again, right, in order for us to bring a change here, we need to update first the latest changes from our source control. So what we're going to do is to automate this process, orchestrate it through a DevOps pipeline. And this is what I'm going to do. So I already have my pipeline. Again, the code and everything, it's already being described in the article. So go ahead and go step by step on how I'm doing this. For the time being, I'm just going to do it. So I'm assuming I'm having two environments, my development and my production. So in my development first, I need to update all my changes so we can collect all the changes in my development workspace and then deploy from my development workspace into my production environment, into my production workspace. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, so let's click. Let's start the pipeline, and you will see what's going to happen. So on my first stage on my deployment pipelines, I'm first executing towards dev. And my agent, as you can see here right now, it's preparing. In a few minutes, right? So what you're going to see is that I'm getting from my keyboard the password that I'm going to use for my automation user. And then I am executing behind the scenes the API that executes this update all. You will see in just a second when this one it's executing. So now it should be in any minute, right? So right now it's about to execute, and there it goes, right? Can you see this one? Now, without doing anything, it just updated on my workspace development without us to having to click on this one. And the second stage, now that we introduce the changes, if I go to my pipelines, now we can see that we have a change that hasn't been deployed from development to production. And this is where the second part of this task works. I'm assuming, and this is a very common scenario, is that you have your development environment, and in order to move into a production environment, you need some sort of a approval from a product owner or a manager or something, or the person or entity responsible to make sure that whenever it reaches production, has the quality validation checks, source control, et cetera, all quality control checks in place. And until then, he will approve, right? So in this case, I trying to simulate a scenario very similar to that one, in which before going to production, I'm assuming that based on this fact that I already merged all my changes somewhere, somebody will have the ability to go into my development environment first and check that my changes are okay and according to my user story. So remember that I did a quick a quick change to this. So I can see that this is the title for my final demo. So that's the change that I would expect it to have, which, by the way, as of now, is not being deployed on my production environment until I click deploy. So let's say that my product owner is okay with the change and I'm ready to go into my production. So in this case, what that person or entity has to do is just review the changes, and when he's ready, he will approve. And then the pipeline will do the rest, which is basically executing this process. So I'm not clicking, I'm just waiting for the pipeline to complete. And right now the agent is preparing. Remember that within DevOps, you have agents that work behind. And it's actually a regular VM that it gets provisioned in the backend for you to run that gives you compute power on your pipelines. And there it goes, right? So it just gets executed and done. And the last process, I said, right now you can include as optional a data refresh of the data set behind your workspace. For the time being, I didn't check that option, but you can do that on this pipeline that I'm providing to you. So we'll go to our workspace in production. To no one's surprise, there it goes. We have the change that we want, right? So as you can see here, I mean, I guess this shows you a little bit more dynamically what's happening between this one. And with this one, I wish you good luck. I hope you get the code and try it yourself, and I hope it works for you. Thank you. Bye.